All right, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is, wherever in this world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of Alexandra Mayers live page by page reading and commentary of the modern English version of the Bible. So we've made it to the first book of Samuel, chapter 28. We're going to go into that today. It's kind of a continuation from the end of chapter 27, and then it enters into a sub area called the medium of indoor. So this should be interesting. On a personal note, I am doing well, feeling pretty good today, a little mellow, um, getting a lot done, being productive, maintaining a fairly even toned state of mind, which is actually a little bit unusual for me because a lot of times I am the opposite of even toned. But anyway, I'm just feeling pretty good, very balanced, and I figured I had some time this afternoon, so I thought to myself, you know what? Time to do another Bible reading. So that's what we're doing. So here we go. First book of Samuel, chapter 28. And it came about in those days that the Philistines gathered their armies together for war to fight with Israel. And Achish said to David, know assuredly that you will go out with me to battle, you and your men. David said to Achish, surely you will know what your servant can do. And Achish said to David, therefore I will appoint you my bodyguard for life. For life. Okay. So now we're going to go into the medium of indoor. Or maybe it's pronounced ondor. I don't know. If I say it like ondor, for some reason it makes me think of like that 1980s She-Ra cartoon for some reason. Because I think like the magical kingdom she lived in was called Ondor or oh, Andorra. It was called Andorra, that's why. Hmm. I wonder if they came up with the name Andorra after this place Ondor or Indoor from the Bible. Something to research one day, I suppose. All right, let me go ahead and read this. Now Samuel died, and all Israel mourned him, and they buried him in Ramah, his own city. And Saul had removed the mediums and the necromancers from the land. Then the Philistines gathered themselves together, and they came and camped in Shunem. So Saul gathered all Israel together, and they camped in Gilboa. When Saul saw the camp of the Philistines, he was afraid, and his heart trembled greatly. Saul inquired of the Lord, but the Lord did not answer him by dreams, or by lots, or by prophets. Then Saul said to his servants, seek for me a woman who is a medium, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And then his servants brought him a golden telephone and he contacted Miss Cleo. Just kidding, the Bible does not say that. And his servants said to him, behold, there is a woman who is a medium at Endor. So Saul disguised himself, put on other clothes, and he went with two of his men. And they came to the woman by night. And he said, please divine for me by a spirit, and bring up for me whom I will name to you. The woman said to him, "Listen, you know what Sal has done, how he has eliminated the mediums and the necromancers from the land. Now, why are you laying a trap for my life to cause my death?" Ooh, she was very aware. That particular medium was very aware because she was like, "Look, already I'm of a class of people that's being hunted down and cast out and ostracized and you know, demonized. And now here you are, someone who's been a facilitator of all that, coming here to ask for my advice? Really?" What are you trying to do? Set me up, you little jerk? Yeah, I think that's what she was probably thinking. Sal swore to her by the Lord, saying, "As the Lord lives, no punishment will happen to you for this thing." Then said the woman, "Whom shall I bring up for you?" And he said, "Bring up Samuel for me." All right, so he wants to get in he wants to get in contact with Samuel on the other side. That's interesting. I've never heard about this story in the Bible. So, see, this is why I'm doing the page by page reading, because I love learning new things. And, doing this reading also gives me some additional consistency to my life. So, it's a win win. When the woman saw Samuel, she cried out with a loud voice. And the woman said to Saul, "Why have you deceived me? For you are Saul." The king said to her, "Do not be afraid. What did you see?" And the woman said to Saul, "I saw a divine being ascending out of the earth." He said to her, "What is his appearance?" And she said, "An old man is coming up, and he is covered with a robe." And Saul perceived that it was Samuel, and he knelt with his face to the ground and bowed himself. Samuel said to Saul, "Why have you roused me to bring me up?" Interesting. So, this is an account of communication through a medium between a person in the realm of being alive talking to someone in the realm of being passed away, dead. This is a ghost story in the Bible. Wow. See, this is why I think that it's really not encouraged to really read the Bible, because there is a lot in here that you wouldn't expect to find at all. Hmm. So anyway, Samuel, who's on the other side, he's talking to Sal, who's in the land of the living through a medium. Interesting. Samuel said to Saul, "Why have you roused me to bring me up?" And Saul answered, "I am greatly distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and God has departed from me, and does not answer me any longer by prophets or dreams. Therefore I have called you, that you might make known to me what I should do." Then Samuel said, "Why then do you ask me, since the Lord has departed from you and has become your enemy? The Lord has done for himself as he spoke by me. The Lord has torn the kingdom from your hand and has given it to your neighbor David. As you did not obey the voice of the Lord and did not carry out his fierce wrath against Amalek. Therefore, the Lord has done this thing to you today, or this day." And moreover, the Lord will deliver Israel with you into the hand of the Philistines. And tomorrow you and your sons will be with me. The Lord will also deliver the army of Israel into the hand of the Philistines. Really? Saul immediately fell full length upon the ground because he greatly feared the words of Samuel. Also, there was no strength in him, for he had eaten no bread all day and all night. Saul has a lot of issues. Saul is a very interesting character in the Bible to me because, from being obsessed with killing David to now being in communication with parties on the other side. He's pretty busy. I would like him if he hadn't, been stalking David, but I just take issue with that. People who are stalkers are just ridiculous. The woman came to Saul and saw that he was terrified. And she said to him, Behold, your handmaid has obeyed your voice. I have taken my life in my hand and have listened to your words, which you spoke to me. Now, therefore, you also, please obey the voice of your maidservant, and let me set before you a piece of bread, and eat, so that you may have strength when you go on your way. But he refused and said, I will not eat. But his servants and also the woman urged him, and he listened to them. So he arose from the ground and sat on the bed. Now the woman had a fattened calf in the house, and she hurried and killed it, and took flour and kneaded it, and baked unleavened bread from it. She brought it before Saul and his servants, and they ate. Then they arose and went away that night. Hmm. I have to commend that woman for, whipping up that dinner because imagine, I mean, cooking a dinner like that back then, that was basically an Olympic sport. You have to kill the calf, then skin it, I guess, clean it, whatever it is that you have to do to prepare it to, be suitable for cooking. And then you have to make bread from scratch. Sounds delicious, though. She made her unleavened bread. All right, well, that's the end of the first book of Samuel, chapter 28. Tomorrow we'll go into chapter 29. Thank you to anyone out there who was listening live or who might listen in the future. Once more, I'm Alexandra of Alexandra Mayers Live, my personal channel where I do whatever I want. Ha ha ha. Bye bye.